we're back. The internet cut out in the middle of recording there, so we lost our rhythm a bit. But we were talking
Bark's
about
internet cut out and Bark lost his rhythm. Don't put that on me and Trey.
the one doing the recording and editing and uploading. Yes,
Yes,
but
correct.
I was saying AFC South is for the taking. I think the Colts look rough, especially if Jonathan Taylor goes down. Matt Ryan doesn't look great. He looks okay, and if Jonathan Taylor can't carry that offense, they're not going to go far. Titans, Derrick Henry had a good game again. He's looking like his old self again after a couple rough weeks. So the Titans are probably going to be solid again. If the Jags don't win it, I think the Titans will at this point. After that, Giants Bears, awful game. Justin Fields continues to not throw the ball very much. Same with Daniel Jones. I don't think either of them have played in an entertaining game besides maybe the Bears' Week 1 game because it was a monsoon.
Yep, that's probably 100% true.
Two uneventful offenses playing against two mediocre defenses.
Yeah, Daniel Jones almost had more rushing yards than he had passing yards, which
Some
is
might call him
weird.
Vanilla Vic.
Yeah,
Some.
Is
most
he
should.
Vanilla Vic?
Some, not many, but
Yes,
some.
him,
Zach.
him, and Jared Goff.
Right.
Um, Saquon's got a lot of carries and no touchdown, which was one of my parlays that lost, only leg that lost. And Justin Fields did hit his over for passing yards, believe it or not, at 174. So, Nara, you have anything from this game?
No, dumpster fire.
Nice.
I would like to say Danny Dimes injured. No update yet on who the quarterback will be, but they did speak to former Georgia Bulldog Jake Fromm, who has connections to the Giants. So
That's cool.
I guess, because then, yeah, they're struggling. I guess their backup got hurt too, so they got to find somebody
Yeah,
else.
it was Tyrod Taylor.
Oh, yeah,
His
he was
lungs probably
already hurt or some. Yeah. He probably.
Yeah, his lungs.
Yeah, that. It's like you just have him there just like to get your overall bumped up on Madden, but he's never actually going to play. He's always injured. On to the Jags game. Jags Eagles. Tough weather. Didn't cover. Didn't win by 14. Despite that, I'm still riding high. There's 5 turnovers. 4 fumbles lost by Trevor Lawrence. An interception. On a throw that could have been made. But the defense looked solid, especially against a good Eagles offense. In awful weather, if you limit the turnovers, 5 turnovers and you lose by 1 score in the Jags position, I'm okay with it. Tough. I wanted the win. I think we could have won if we correct those mistakes. But if you can think that, that's encouraging, especially against the Eagles. I think they're legit. Jags defense seemed to shut them down. Miles Sanders couldn't be stopped. Wet game, though. Run stopping was weak. Jags are still tied for first in the AFC South. Titans have the tiebreaker. On to the Texans next week. Shouldn't even be close. That's the game where you'll get to see it. You guys will visibly notice, like, oh yeah, these guys are different.
Jags by how much?
24?
24?
Holy
17.
shit.
17.
17.
Jags by 17. Jags by 17.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't think the Texans are good.
They're not. And I bet them to win the division.
We'll see. We'll see next week. Steelers game. Tough loss to the Jets. Zach Wilson back in his debut. Didn't look great. Kenny Pickett. 3 tough interceptions. But none of them hit the ground, Nar. Most of those picks, I think I saw them all, were drops, kind of. Would you agree?
So, quick question. Train, your quarterback's got the best scoring offense in the league, correct?
I think tied, but yes, I think so.
Has any of his passes touched the ground ever? Just out of
Jared Goff?
curiosity, this season. This
Jared
season, yeah.
Goff?
This season.
Yes.
Okay. Bark,
Yeah.
you're right behind the Jags.
Yes, sir.
Has any of T-Law's pass touched the ground?
A couple, yeah.
Okay. Well, Kenny Pickett, not one. First of all, I hit Chase Claypool for a bomb in the numbers, in a breadbasket, and it bounces off his chest in the other team's hand. Okay, one pick. Next one, he's scrambling, trying to get rid of a sack, throws it up and high to Moose, literally up here, where only Moose can catch it. But Moose just puts his other hand down and he taps it back like he's playing volleyball, straight to the other team. Third one's his fault. Threw it 3 yards too deep. If he didn't throw it 3 yards too deep, this is a whole different conversation we're having right now. And we're going to say Kenny Pickett's a guy. And he's a guy.
Are you a little bit encouraged?
Oh,
Sounds like
I'm in. I'm very in. I am so in. The guy just lit up the crowd. He lit up. I was only watching Red Zone because I think there was some a different game on at 1:00 for CBS. But he lit me up. He looked good. His stats were good. Other than the one pick that was kind of his fault, he looked incredible, and he was 10 for 13.
Does he start next week?
Yes. If Mitch starts, I will not watch.
Bills-Ravens, tight one.
I'm not done.
Okay. Back to Gnar for Steelers.
Can we talk about how good the young core looked with Kenny Pickett in the second half? Najee had 18 carries, 74 yards. That's a good stat line. George Pickens, 6 receptions on 8 targets, 102 yards. Pat Freiermuth, 7 receptions, 85 yards. Every single one of those guys are on their rookie contract.
Yeah.
3 years from now, you get a couple guys on the O-line. Just saying.
You sound pretty encouraged following a loss to the Jets.
Correct, because I'm not talking this year. I'm down to tank for Will Anderson. I am.
You're a Steelers fan. You don't know what tanking is like.
Correct. I've never said that word in my life. Unless I was playing We Tank.
Are you really prepared?
Do you think if the Steelers are in a spot to pick Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud, they opt for Will Anderson over one of them?
They would probably trade their pick away.
Oh, yeah. So, you think the organization's committed to Kenny now?
So this is why I'm ready to tank. Yes, Kenny's a guy. You ready to hear their schedule?
Yeah.
Their next game's in order. Bills, Bucks, Dolphins, Eagles, bye week.
Thank God for that bye week.
You're about to go 1-2.
They might be 1-7 going into their bye week.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance.
It's very realistic. They're 1-7, and I'm supposed to go to the Saints game, which is a week after the bye week. So me watching a 1-7 team, I don't know if I want to go. So yeah.
Did you already buy your tickets?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I'd just keep waiting. They'd probably get cheaper.
I think realistically, this team wins 4 or 5 games this year. Realistically, coming from a Steelers fan who's usually uber confident.
Ravens, Bills. J.K. Dobbins shines on the fantasy boards at least. But Bills pull out a tight one, 23-20. Is that just a matchup of two juggernauts? Are those the two teams to beat?
I think so. I think those are the teams to beat in the AFC. It didn't look like it. Josh Allen had a weird game. Lamar Jackson had a weird game. I think it rained pretty heavy in Baltimore. And I think a big topic we should talk about is the the Ravens went going for it on 4th down and goal towards the end of the game. Could have kicked the field goal. I know it's Josh Allen, but they did. They went for it and they didn't get it. I think Lamar threw a pick in the end zone. And then Josh Allen just takes the ball all the way down and kicks a field goal, easy to win the game. Marcus Peters very angry at the end of the game, and I don't blame him. They held a great team, maybe one of the best teams, Super Bowl favorites, to 20 points up until they threw that pick. That just kind of means you have no confidence in your defense if you're going to be going for it on 4th down. I have to score a touchdown to beat Josh Allen in this circumstance, and yeah, I think they should have kicked it. Maybe the score, or not the score, the outcome would have been the same, but I think they should have kicked it. Points are points.
That's fair. I mean, it's tough. You got Lamar.
Yep. He wasn't having a great game though, and the weather was bad. I think you got to take what you can get, and
That's fair. In rough weather, put the points up there and let your defense do the work.
Yeah.
But I mean, the opposite is almost like, yeah, go for it, and then they get the ball back, and then you trust your defense to be able to stop them. But I agree.
And they should have got the ball back at the 1,
Take
not
the points.
20.
Yeah.
I think hindsight's 2020. I love the play call. I think it was the right call. Just ball didn't bounce it away. I think going forward was the right idea. Josh Allen could have walked in that end zone at the end of the game. It's not like they barely got into field goal range. They were at like the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
And they walked down. So I think it was the right call. Clearly, the Bills were going to go score a touchdown anyway. So I like the call.
Chargers, Texans. Eckler with a good game. Davis Mills is looking Davis Mills-esque. Very average. Herbert seems a bit healthier. And Dameon Pierce finally getting a little bit of a breakout going on. Anything going on in Texas or in Houston? Are the Texans, are they bad? Top 5 pick bad?
Oh, yeah.
For sure. I think they're ranked ESPN's number 32 on the ranking.
Bryce Young landing spot.
Bills Mafia. I don't know.
That'll make it interesting. That's very interesting.
I mean, if you got a guy like
what do
David,
you do?
Yeah. It's Bryce Young.
I think that's where you trade. Either trade or take Bryce Young. You don't take anybody else at that spot.
I think they're in a good, like, that's a good position of leverage to be in, too, because it's like the team's not like, they don't need a quarterback. They have to trade it. The team's got to make it worth their while to not pick Bryce Young, and the Texans would have to be okay with not getting Bryce Young. I think the Bears might be worse than the Texans.
Well, record-wise.
I would agree, but that being said, the Bears did beat the Texans, so.
Yeah. It's another week where I'm watching Justin Fields. And you just.
It's bad.
Yeah, but how? How does it happen?
He's an Ohio State quarterback.
How does it happen this
they're
many
not
times?
good in the NFL.
If he graduated, if he didn't transfer to Ohio State, think he's a good NFL quarterback?
Yeah.
Like, does the Ohio State...
Jake Fromm didn't pan out either.
Wait a second.
Not yet.
Wait a second.
Oh, you think he exploded?
Not yet. He's got to give him a chance. Cardinals, Panthers, Kyler Murray. Good enough game. Solid. Got the win. I don't think there was double XP weekend, though, so it checks out.
Train's teaser pick that Gnar was really hesitant on.
It just didn't make sense. The spread did not make sense, and I hate it. When it's too easy, it's usually wrong.
You're
That's
right,
why I didn't like that.
But this time it was right.
No, it was a great call. Good job. I apologize.
Cardinals hit on the teaser.
Baker still sucks. I put that on a bullet point. He still sucks. Yeah. Christian McCaffrey had 8 carries and 9 receptions. What? Yeah, I said that.
Yeah. Who? You gotta blame play calling then.
What?
DJ Moore. did a little better. I was convinced by Gnar actually to put him in late, like 12:58 late at 1 o'clock. And I put him in. I was gonna take him out last second for abatement, and then it was locked. So he showed up, and Gnar was right about DJ Moore, but not about the Packers.
6 catches, 50 yards. That's 11 points.
Way more than he's been getting, and it's not too bad at flex. I'll take it.
And it was way more than Bateman.
Yeah, much more.
Speaking of flex stars, Packers win 27-24. Romeo Dobbs with a touchdown. 5 receptions, 47 yards. I was sweating a bit when he fumbled right away. I thought he just lost all of his credibility at that point. Bigger highlight, though, Mac Jones goes down. Brian Hoyer goes down. Billy Zappi comes into the game. The next Drew Bledsoe, Tom Brady dilemma between Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi.
Wait.
Yeah.
I said what I said. I said what I said. You know, you think just in the base essence of, you know, Mac Jones is our guy. We're going to build around him. He can run our offense. And then all of a sudden this other guy comes in, you're like, he can also run our offense. Maybe he's a little bit better. Not necessarily the same skill level as those two, but...
And they didn't really let him loose. They had a chance to go win the game, go win it all at the end of regulation, and they just ran the ball on first and second down with 2 minutes left or whatever. Like, I would hate that as a fan. Like, who cares if it's third string? Let's chuck some balls down the field and see what happens.
It's Patriots football, though.
We weren't supposed to win this game anyway.
It's Bill Belichick.
I didn't understand that.
Bill Belichick.
Well, Bill lost, so bad call.
Maybe a bad call. Aaron Rodgers looked okay. He's not been his MVP self lately. Gnar was taking shots at haircuts after the game. A lot of words were thrown about Aaron Rodgers and the Packers in the group chat. Are the Packers going to win the division, and will it be easy?
First of all, Steve, if you're watching this, I'd take none of that back. His hair still looks like a cum rag. I got an interesting stat for you guys.
Nice. You lost the teaser this week?
No. I did do that, but I also won 2 parlays. I'm like you when you get 2 lose by 1 leg. Anyway.
Lose by 1 leg.
So, guess the last time that a team had the first overall offense and the last overall defense.
I'm going Lions here. Wow. What year?
It's all going to tie in at the end.
1969.
What year and what team?
Same year we landed the man on the moon. 97, Dolphins.
49ers. In 60.
2000 Los Angeles Rams. That team went 10-6.
St. Louis Rams.
It said Los Angeles when I looked it up.
Went there and back and there.
Yeah, I think they went there and back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
St. Louis Rams.
I still believe the Lions can go win 10, 11 games. I think they're a team that's going to get real hot real quick. I could see them winning out till Thanksgiving. I could. I really could.
We do play the Bills on Thanksgiving. We have a schedule after the bye, but I think there's a good chance we could win 8 in a row. After the bye at some point. That's why I'm hoping for another dub before the bye week, and then we're 2-3. We catch 8 in the back half.
You got an early bye?
After this week, yeah.
Holy shit, that's so early.
Yeah.
That is pretty early.
I feel like the Lions always have an early one.
It's a 3-horse race for this division. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't.
Regardless of our record, do you think we still have a chance?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
You always have a chance with the best offense in the league. Always.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Sunday night football.
Statistically.
Chiefs Bucks. Tom Brady files for divorce. Well, pause. Didn't say. Hired divorce attorneys allegedly. So did Giselle.
No, just in case.
Allegedly. And Brady had a good game. Yeah, I mean, is this guy playing football to avoid his home life? And now he's just like playing this season. He's like, man, I lost to the Chiefs. Like, if I can't beat them, I can't beat anybody. No way I can
Well,
keep
Bart,
playing football. Time to start thinking about divorce.
Bark, here's a question.
Yeah.
Is Tom Brady more alike than Aaron Rodgers than what we thought?
Yeah. He just
Family,
put,
family stuff.
Tom Brady just put a
Family stuff?
facade on for the media. Aaron Rodgers didn't give a fuck. He'd tell the
I
cameras
think
to their face.
I think Rodgers had a facade for a while, but Tom Brady, ever since he moved to Florida,
It's the simple story of media love hate. They hate Aaron Rodgers. They love Tom Brady. So he's forgiven when he misses practice. It's like, oh, he's the goat. He can miss practice. When Aaron Rodgers misses it, it's oh, he wants out. He hates his team. Because
Yeah,
one's nice
good
to
point.
the media, one isn't. I mean, Brady's been accused of cheating how many times?
Three
Like,
times, I think.
you can't be accused of cheating 3 times and be innocent every time. You don't get accused that many times on accident. Once and you get out of it, yeah, maybe a flaw. But
for only 4 games
3 times, come on.
in a
The
playoff
dude,
game.
the dude destroyed his cell phone. Honestly, there's something like I don't know. I just can't. He's got a supermodel wife, and I don't even think he enjoys playing football anymore. He looks sick on the cameras. He's
He
doing
almost
it to
threw
avoid his
400
family.
yards.
Yeah, but he'll do it if he has to. But he's not enjoying
Yeah,
himself
but he
out there.
lost. Yeah, I
He
don't think
lost
he
to
cares if he
Mahomes.
throws. I don't think he cares if he throws for 120 and wins, or 450 and loses. I guarantee he takes a 120 and wins every time. Like he's just too much of a competitor, where he doesn't care about anything else other than winning a football game.
He just doesn't want to be at home.
Which goes back to my point. I said he's sick in the mind week 0. So
Which begs the question:
was I right?
Why the kissing the kids on the lips then? If he hates his family,
Because he's sick in the mind.
It's all a decoy, Bark.
I think it goes back to that facade you've been talking about.
there's measures I wouldn't go to look positive on the media, and open mouth kissing my children would be that line I'd draw.
Tom Brady doesn't have that line.
Monday Night Football, Rams Niners. Matthew Stafford looks lost.
Yeah.
49ers look like 49ers football again. Look like they'll probably get into the playoffs and maybe win the first round, maybe lose the first round. But they're looking solid. Jimmy G's back. Matthew
Jeff Wilson.
Stafford has a problem with seeing some receivers on his team. There's
I
other
must say, as
guys
a
out there
fantasy
that aren't
owner-
Cooper Cup,
Sorry.
right?
Well,
Yeah. That's
Do you
Tyler
have
Higbee had
Do you
14
have A
targets.
Rob?
No, I have Tyler Higbee, and he's just eating up targets. I love it.
The tight end.
Whoa. Pause.
What?
no, I definitely get that.
There's a lot of white tight ends. I'd say half the league is white tight ends.
Yeah, but
no?
look at who Stafford's targeting too, bro.
Cooper Cup.
Look at where
Tyler
his
Higbee.
targets are going.
Oh.
What's that
Ben
mouth's name?
Skowronek,
Skoranek.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Cam Akers,
Well,
Daryl Henderson, both having rough years.
How about an argument? Megatron.
Nope.
Yeah, but that's
This is a new thing.
new thing.
So you're telling me he turned racist in L.A.
Yeah.
rather than Detroit?
Yes.
Doesn't everybody?
Yep. That's what I was thinking.
How do you
I
explain?
don't claim him.
You trade Robert.
19 targets.
You trade Robert Woods away for a 6th round pick, and then pay a buttload of money to replace him with Allen Robinson, and then you don't throw Allen Robinson the ball. You're telling me coaching's okay with that? You're telling me the front office isn't saying, "Hey, we got to do something with Allen Robinson." They're telling Stafford he doesn't want to throw the ball over there.
Yeah. Stafford's racist.
I think I'm just not going to say it.
He went to what? Where did he go to college?
Georgia.
Stafford.
I thought
Georgia.
it was Georgia. Do
Mhm.
the math.
Yeah.
math.
Georgia.
Nice.
Does that mean Jake Fromm's not throwing a Saquon?
No, Jake Fromm is.
Stand-up citizen.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Stafford wasn't racist until he went to LA. So.
Also, quick note on this game. Unlike Train, I hit a parlay this weekend. 2, count it. Had one on college game day and one Monday night.
Oh,
First
well,
quarter.
for counting that one, I hit one on Saturday.
Well, I only made 2 parlays, so I shot 100%.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, I'll probably make 8 this weekend just because I'm on a hot streak. I had Rams. No, sorry. I had 49ers minus 2.5, over 7, minus 2.5 first quarter. Over 7.5 points first quarter, and Jimmy G over 200.
Solid.
Yeah, and fuck Comp because he thought the other thing for all of those. So
yeah, I can get on
I'm
board
getting a
with
lot
that.
of hate today.
Yeah, well,
he deserves it. He treated me Javante.
When you're a scummy GM, that's what you get.
He treated me 1 ACL for 4.
If playoffs were today, NFL playoffs, we got the Dolphins and Eagles as 1 seeds. Do either of those two stay as a 1 seed by the end of the season?
Eagles could, for sure. With the way I am looking at this playoffs, or these playoffs, Giants against the Bucks.
I think if the Giants make the playoffs, it'd be pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think it would be too. I don't think they're going to. I think it's surprising that there's
higher
3
seeded than the
NFC
Packers.
East. Yeah, 3 NFC East teams.
Yeah.
In the playoffs.
Wow.
And what it is Eagles bye, Packers at Vikings, Giants at Bucks, Cowboys at 49ers from the NFC.
And we got the Jags, the 3 seed in the AFC right now. Playoff bound, baby. I think they'll be at least the 3. No,
Thank for Will Anderson.
I take that back. I think they win the division. I do. I really do.
Could be 4.
College football, Michigan beating Iowa. We knew it was going to be an ugly game. You know, we knew it was an Iowa defense. We knew they were going to be stingy. Blake Corum, 30 carries, rounded up from 29. 133 rush yards and a touchdown. Good, not great. He can take a lot of work. That's good. Tough defense. We ran it on him. JJ looked solid. Limited mistakes. Outside of that, I can't comment too much on the defense because it's Iowa offense. So, I don't know.
Well, they scored a really late one there.
Yeah.
Which
it's still Iowa,
helped.
though.
Dude, I think I want to go to an Iowa game, like in Iowa. It looks like you're like on the field. Like,
people say it's a great atmosphere.
It looks like a great atmosphere. I kind of
and you get to do one of the best traditions in football anywhere, and you get a wave. I think that'd also be incredible. I'm not doing anything this weekend, by the way.
Yeah, let's go to Iowa.
Take a flight to Iowa.
No, we're road trip.
Road trip. We got to stop at the world's biggest truck stop.
Buc-ee's?
I think it's somewhere in Iowa.
Georgia, Missouri. Georgia pulls out a late one. Big Cat was on the line to pay the entire bar tab. Split with Chase Daniel. Electric game to watch. My question is, loaded bar, 2 hours worth of a bar tab. Was there going to be a limited menu, where you go up and you got like 2 or 3 options? Or are people going up and just being like, I get 3 shots of vodka right now? The lines alone, how many drinks can you get for yourself in 2 hours?
So I'm thinking if this was me, I'd only be ripping shots, and I'd be there every
That was my first thought.
10 minutes.
It's going to be Gnar. You got to think about how many people would be there.
Yeah.
Which means that, okay, so maybe personally I want to have that much, but the bartender is selling triple as what I would have bought.
I
right?
will say you get to pull out the
It's just
factor of
non-stop.
having to like do a payment transaction. So there's that at least.
You'd probably be limited to like a few, like 5 drinks at a time. I would say. They would have to have some sort of thing. Otherwise, I just like a ton. Just give me the bottle. I don't know. Like
Imagine having
that would
that
be
shift
so
that.
cool.
Imagine having the shift that day though, and you're like, yeah, it's gonna be busy, Georgia game, but we'll probably lose, so it won't be packed. And then you're sitting at work, and your coworker's just like, oh fuck, what?
Big Cat's
Big
paying the
Cat
bill.
said he's paying the bill if Missouri wins this game. Like that's got to be the biggest. Like, oh man, I want to get out of here
And
right
then
now.
they almost
moment.
win the game.
Yeah, imagine like if you're a Missouri bartender in that bar that night, you were probably
Regardless, they were
rooting
packed.
against Missouri in those last couple moments.
They're
That's-
still packed. They've still flooded. They still flooded that bar. I can guarantee it.
Well, there's probably
Oh, yeah.
already people waiting. People's like trying to save seats, and yeah, it was. I agree.
And I think Big Cat still gave $2,000 to the bar.
Yeah, he did. He
I
did.
saw that on Twitter or something.
He did. He Venmoed him 2,000. Outside of that, tough loss for State, 27-13 Maryland. Any thoughts, Gnar?
They're dead to me. Don't care. Didn't watch them.
All right.
Couldn't care less.
That's all we need to discuss on that game then. I'm okay not talking about it. Baseball world. Braves come off. Great sweep of the Mets. 2-game lead in the division. 3 games left to play. Got shut out by the Marlins last night. Ugly. We're tied with the Marlins right now. Regardless, we're in the playoffs. I don't think we blow the lead. I don't think we're going to get swept by the Marlins. We just need to win one. And the Braves were doing Braves things against the Mets. Homers off DeGrom and Scherzer. Postseason's coming.
Wait, Bark, here's a question.
Yeah.
Were the Braves doing Braves things or were the Mets doing Mets things?
It was the perfect combination of both. Because I've been
Okay.
saying all year the Mets are going to Met. They always do. They're the Mets. They can't be.
It's a line to the MLB.
As out of pocket as Frank the Tank is, and he's always way far the other way, he's not necessarily wrong. The Mets don't catch breaks. They don't. In baseball, spending money at least puts a good team on the field, which it did for the Mets. Like a lot of the big budget teams, the Braves just took the lead 2-1. Outside of the big couple teams, like World Series champions have good budgets. If you have an owner worth billions of dollars who is just going to buy every good player out there, you should be able to win games. And the Mets are losing to a team that let their biggest free agent in the last at least 10 years go off to the Dodgers, and then they just replaced him with another guy in a trade. They called up multiple guys from the minors throughout the season. Alex Anthopoulos, the GM of the Braves, is a genius.
I love that name, by the way.
Yeah,
I was just about to say that.
he's a stud. He's
Say
incredible.
it again.
Alex Anthopoulos.
Wait,
I don't
one
know
more
how
time.
he does it. The farm system's ranked low, but they just pull a guy up, and he's great. Alex Anthopoulos,
Yes.
incredible GM. Mets are gonna Met. They might have a good playoff run, but if they don't win the division, they got to play the Padres first. That's going to be a tough series. Then they have to play the Dodgers. That's going to be a really tough series. And then on the opposite end, winning the division avoids having to play the Dodgers, which I'm all for because that baseball team is terrifying. Albert Pujols, 700 home runs. Soak it in. Watch a couple highlights. You're never going to see it again. It won't happen. People don't play long enough anymore. Universal DH helped. Great way to justify the rule this year. He got to hit 700. He got to do it in St. Louis. That's incredible. Claps for Albert Pujols. You'll never see it again in our lifetime, guys. Unless they make steroids legal. Seattle Mariners clinched the playoffs for the first time in a long time. 2001. Transferred the longest playout drought to the Phillies. Phillies clinched last night. Now I don't know what the longest playoff drought is. It's probably not that long. But Phillies
That's
in,
incredible.
Mariners in. 2 playoff droughts snapped in back-to-back days. Yes, it was pretty incredible. And the Tigers
And
can't.
moments like that should give every bit of hope to Detroit.
It
The
should.
city of Detroit, the people of Michigan, and the fans of all not even one sports team. Well,
4.
let's throw the Wings in there. All 4 of them. Like, it should give hope. Like, it's possible. It can be done.
The biggest hope is Scott Harris. I don't even know if that's right. He's awesome. He's a good GM. We can't reach 100 losses this year. It's going to be an exciting offseason. I'll say it every week till the end of the season. It's going to be fun. He's going to do moves. No one knows what's going to happen. And breaking news, Aaron Judge just hit number 62.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yep. Claps
Right
for
now.
Aaron
Wow.
Judge, new AL record holder for home runs.
What do you know?
I will say, it's great that this is happening right now. You guys don't follow baseball a ton, but you at least know a little bit about Barry Bonds, yes or no?
Yeah.
He holds the
There's a
MLB
very-
record for home runs in a season.
Yeah.
Pretty knowingly took steroids, never tested positive, but like everyone just kind of knows. But the MLB also likely knew at the time and let it happen to get numbers up. Who's the real home run king? To two people
Barry.
who don't follow the sport that much, Barry
If you-
or, it's not even
Barry.
Barry and then Aaron Judge. I mean, he's the first, quote, clean guy to get this far, but it's an era where
Yeah, but-
steroids were allowed.
He's playing in Yankee Stadium. It's a Mickey Mouse Stadium. It's a shorter field. You get half your games there. Imagine if Barry Bonds played there. We'd be talking about a way different number.
Yeah, probably.
And this wouldn't be a conversation.
100.
Probably damn near train, honestly. I could see Barry Bonds
Really?
hitting 100 in Yankee Stadium if they let him take steroids. He was good before the steroids too, but that just lengthens the career and just because no one ever talks about the guys who took steroids and were still dog shit baseball players. Just because you're strong doesn't it helps your hand speed and everything, but you still got to have a little bit of talent for the steroids to pay off. Next week, football, a lot of games. What's our teaser looking like this week, boys?
Anyone ready?
No. I'm pulling it up right now.
I got mine.
Okay, say it and talk about it.
So I'm actually in love with 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in love with 4 spreads at the 1:00 game. 5 spreads. My favorite.
5?
Yeah, as long as we're including teasers, I'm in love with 5.
Okay.
But my favorite out of those 5 is Captain Kirk at 1 p.m. at home
Yeah,
against
one-
a
that's the
divisional
one of 'em.
opponent.
it's one of them that I was gonna say. So I like that pick.
I'm taking. Wait.
that for the teaser?
No, I'm gonna retract. I'm retracting. It scares me coming back home from London. I'm retracting that statement. I don't want the Vikings.
You better not take mine now.
Okay. My next one is, I'll take Bucks plus 2.5
They're plus 2.5, or is that with the tease? Oh yeah. Okay.
with the teaser. With the tease plus 2.5. That feels great
I love the Chargers.
at home.
I love the Chargers. They're -3 against the Browns. I took the Falcons last week against the Browns. I'll take the Chargers this week against the Browns. Give me the tease.
Stay hot, Bach.
Give me the points. What are we doing, Vegas? The Browns? Chargers? Keenan Allen should be back. No brainer.
Hawk
I
hasn't
love-
lost a teaser pick.
That was one of the ones I love, Bach. By the way,
Thank you. I'm locked down on teasers. I can't hit anything else, though.
I'll be very surprised if Cole doesn't pick this one. Very surprised.
The Detroit Lions. We are
What do you get 'em?
back.
Plus
We're
9?
gonna be back. Plus 9. It'll probably be a lot closer. We'll probably lose by like a field goal. Lock it in. We're definitely, probably losing in heartbreaking fashion as usual, but it'll be a lot closer than 9. So I love that.
Lions, Chargers, Bucks. Throw them in a teaser. Bet it on your favorite sportsbook app. This one's a lock this week.
I don't think I've ever been more confident. I think I'm putting 3-4 units on this one.
Good one.
This feels
Good one.
good.
Feels great.
Feels so good.
All right, anytime touchdown scores.
Did Jay Jettis score a touchdown this past week in London?
I believe so.
Ran it in.
Oh, he ran one?
Yep.
Okay. That doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right at all. Derrick Henry.
King Henry.
Yeah, he's back.
Give me Christian Kirk this week. He didn't get one last week. Sloppy game. I think he's going to demand targets.
Bounce back.
Yeah,
Bounce
it's
back.
going to be a bounce back. Texans. We hate the Texans. We're in Jayville too. So.
I like it.
Gnar.
Playoff Lenny. I
Ooh.
think Fournette gets another one.
Did you see his stats by chance? I'll take it, Nar, just because I always take it. But did you see his stats? I mean, he
I
scored a
think
touchdown.
I
But
think
he
he
had,
ended
like,
with -3.
People are really high on his
-3.
backup right now.
We'll take it. Playoff Lenny.
Playoff Lenny. There you go. Those are the bets. This was episode 5 of Jux.
Yep.
Apologize for the technical difficulties. If this doesn't mend together, thanks for listening anyways. Until then, as always, fist it.
Fist it.